With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he's up past the 20 to the 20. Two-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Real quick, ready? Sit up!
Now first carry for Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 21-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I know some guys, they love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
Play action. Now Jackson. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing is Jackson. And Walker with it over the middle. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to...
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry. That's career touchdown number 131, and it ties him with Chris Carter for number 8 on the all-time list. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Draw play, Etienne. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
At the Ravens 35-yard line.
To throw now, Shuck. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave. And that'll make it third down.
Malachi starts on coverage.
I should probably stop a head, boy, because I got other heads, boy. Boy, that trick, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Shuck. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
First down and 10 yards to go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Shuck. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Travis Etienne from 10 yards out. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point splits the uprights. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
28-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Lamar changing the play. Now Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Real quick. This 2nd and 4. To throw is Jackson.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 29-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
180! That's it! 180! That's it!
Jackson will throw again. Man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Henry up the middle. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
And now they'll shift things around. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Shuck now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 2nd and 10. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To throw is Shuck. And that is incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Shuck. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Shuck. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Shuck. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. To the air again. Here's Shuck. He completes it to Olave. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
19, Cowboy, Buffalo 18. 70 range.
Here's Shuck out of the shotgun. And he's got it. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Now it's Jackson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Jackson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Report! Come on, what? We change it. All right. Hey, middle. No, we change it. Hey.
Here's Jackson to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that 1st half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the 1st half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
From the gun, Shuck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Third down, Shuck from the gun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Saints come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
17.
right on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
It's not enough. You solid left, but it's not enough. You better reach that, but it's not enough. Say bigger than myself.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Change it. Middle. 13.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick six.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Jackson now. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Walker has it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens have got it back to within a score. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Ravens 35. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now
after the touchdown. Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with Shuck. And his throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Not liking the look, they'll change the play. Running out of the gun with ETN. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Throwing, Shuck. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Shuck. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Saints get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Let's go.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
This now a 3rd and 4. This time Jackson will throw it. Going deep for Walker. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary 1st step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
On the counter, ETN. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it with 2nd down. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
To throw is Shuck. Now he's going to step up and run. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. What a start to the season. This has been back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Straight ahead, Etienne. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Now 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Here's 1st down.
Gain of 9 yards. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Etienne up the middle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Shuck now to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
It's a gain of 40. First down, Saints.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a give to Etienne.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it's good.